John Micah. Our company is Access to Microfluidics, and our goal is to make an educational lab kit to teach middle school and high school students about microfluidics. So you might be asking yourself, well, it's microfluidics, and it's the physics of fluids on the microscale, which is channels less than a millimeter in diameter. It's all around us, in our body, in plants, and in nature, but we don't really learn about it because it's not taught in schools. It's pretty complicated. It's a rising science. So our company has developed 3 core values in order to combat this. So we think that hands-on learning is one of the most important forms of learning in science education. And we want to improve education for students, which is why we're focused on the end user's experience. In order to bring this to reality, we've created a kit with 6 parts. First is a leaf skeleton cast in silicone. And with this, students can pick it up and examine it to see the leaf structure and study that. We also have local compatible building blocks and a magnetic system so that students can build custom microfluidic channels and build that however they want. We also have a laminar flow experiment and a gradient generator so that students can learn about different microfluidic concepts that contradict how physics work on the macro scale. Some really interesting concepts we can tell you about more tomorrow when you come to our lab. We also have this vinyl system that can make graphics, logos, and text for promotional or demonstration purposes. And finally, we have a phone stand that uses a phone and a macro lens in order to view these specimens since they're pretty small. It's very low cost, it's a lot cheaper than a microscope, and it's pretty effective. It can be used to zoom in on the products like you can see in this photo of a $5 note. So let's talk about the numbers. So the United States spends over $600 billion per year on education. Oregon spends about 23, but we're going to focus on targeting just 1% of Oregon's science budget, and that's $3.4 million. $3.4 million is a pretty big market, and it's a market that our competitors aren't targeting because companies like Sony and Dolomite, they're making commercial products, more expensive products that aren't going to be able to be purchased by the middle schools and high schools that we're targeting. And our product is going to be able to be sold for much less, on the order of $100 to $200 instead of the more expensive prices that they have. And so the future of our company is to deliver kits to more classrooms. We want to rally the next generation of young learners. And we want to make an impact. I know that's cliche, but we're trying to make an impact, even if it's just a micro-sized impact. And so I just want to wrap it up. So our team is Access to Microfluidics. We're from George Fox University. And thank you.
Two questions. One is why microfluidics? I get the kit and all of those good educational values, but what has that accomplished in the universe? Like, why would students study that? Question number 1, and 2, teacher training.
Okay, so I'll start with the first question. And microfluidics research is being used to deliver drugs to the body. Droplet generators can embed little drops of water inside fluid streams of oil. And inside of those drops of water, you can put different cells, you can put medication, and that can be injected, and it can have different effects. I'm personally not a biomedical or biology major, but that's my understanding of it. Our advisor is a biomedical engineer, so that's why we're focused on that kind of concept. And teacher training. So the goal is to come alongside teachers. Obviously, since teachers aren't learning these concepts, they aren't going to be experts on them. But if we have video tutorials to teach the teachers about the concepts, then they can simplify them. We're not teaching like college level concepts. We're just teaching these little concepts on these kits and these demonstrations to these middle school students. That's the goal. Yeah.
But which class do you imagine this would be taught in?
Science.
I mean, is it in what level?
Anywhere from 6th to 12th grade. Probably, I don't know exactly what, I'm sure private schools could be teaching different concepts than public schools, but as the ages get older, we could be teaching more complicated concepts instead of just teaching them about different channels. I think when I was in middle school, I learned about celery and how you put celery in different colored water and see that big effect, but we're trying to do something a little more complicated than that.
One more question, anyone?
Yeah.
Are you limited in just rigid materials, or can this be flexible?
Yeah, so the silicone casts that we make, the ones that are made from 3D printed parts, those are very flexible. The vinyl is flexible. It can't like be folded into a corner, but it can be, be folded around a cup. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like if it can form into a different shape or be flexible.
Yep.
Applications for
very flexible.